Bienvenido, compañeros y compañeras. Welcome to Bangkok, Thailand, motherfuckers. A couple days ago, I posted on my YouTube community feed, which if you don't know about, you should probably know about. So on YouTube, you can post photos and questions, and that's what I did. And now I'm going to answer your questions. So, first of all, this live stream is brought to you by Patreon. What is Patreon? It's something that is amazing. So, if you don't know what Patreon is, it's kind of like Facebook or YouTube, but it allows creators to charge different amounts of money for different levels of posts. And so it allows creators basically to make subscription money from their content. So for example, this is Los LeBlanc's page. It's really, really cool. He's got 252 patrons, and basically you can pledge different amounts, either $2, $5, or $10, and you get behind the scenes videos and exclusive content. He'll answer your questions, blah, 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 blah. It's really cool. See, I'm subscribed to him. There's different levels, and it's really dope. So it's an amazing thing because it allows, as any entrepreneur knows, getting that recurring subscription revenue is just amazing. So that's what this live stream is brought to you by. And so here's my subscriber Q&A that I posted on my YouTube. You go to community over here, and you can kind of see. This is where not only this is where you can post. I've posted photos and polls and stuff like that. So let's see if you can see my face here, and then we'll get going. Browser tab. Yeah, how's that? All right, so let's get into it. First question by Fabrizio, my newest super fan. I know, because he comments a lot and he just subscribed on Patreon. So thank you very much. So your question is going to get answered first, buddy. He says, would you go back to Bali and stay there a couple of months? Would you consider it for a long-term destination? And yes, I am. So I have to do a visa run beginning of June, and Bali is definitely on the list. I have this idea of a creator house or a growth house where a bunch of YouTubers or Instagrammers or digital nomads get together in a villa, like I've talked about before, and a lot of people do that, and have kind of a growth villa. So it's kind of in thought phase, idea phase right now, but I would like to do that for the month of June. If anyone is in Bali and wants to do an entrepreneur villa, I'm into it. But I haven't really started contacting people yet. I've been kind of busy working, grinding in Bangkok right now. But yes, I do need to figure that out. Would you consider it for a long-term destination? Like do a few months in Bali? Yeah, definitely. The thing that's really cool about Bali is there's so many YouTubers there, it seems like, so many influencers, and obviously lots of digital nomads. So yeah, I would definitely consider Bali, Canggu as a long-term destination. But yeah, if there's an opportunity for growth, basically that's what I'm kind of trying to concern myself with where I am. Like, is that going to make me the most money? Going to Bali. If there's some collaboration opportunity or some paid sponsored opportunity, is that going to be the best for making money? Which is what I'm trying to do more with in 2018 with YouTube, trying to monetize YouTube to catch it up to my Amazon income and have a more balanced income, if you know what I'm saying. Hope that was good, Fabricio. Hit me up, man. Thank you. Hit me up on Patreon. Since you are subscribed, you can leave a question anytime, Fabricio, on Patreon, and I will answer it. Devin asks, have you ever been to an ultra music festival before? And if so, which one? I've never been to an ultra, but we went to 2 festivals here in Bangkok here recently. Number one, which you guys should all try to go to next year, is S2O Festival. That's during Songkran Water Festival. And it was DJ Snake headlining this year, and it was amazing. It's the wettest and wildest music festival in Asia, as they claim. I mean, it definitely has to be. Half of China came for it. It was amazing. DJ Snake, he played his Made in China remix, and that place absolutely exploded. It was amazing. And of course, Songkran Festival. If you guys have never been to Thailand for Songkran, it's the 3-day water fight, countrywide thing. And in Bangkok is the mecca of it all. S2O Festival is there every year for Songkran, and it's basically a shower rave, and it's freaking amazing. I heard Ultra is coming up in Singapore. I don't know, but I'm interested. I'm trying to hit the Ultra. We're, can't go wrong. It's a bundle of fun. Next question, Andreen. Hello, Andreen. Thanks for the question. I'm traveling to Chiang Mai in January. I wanted to know if you would book a room ahead of time or wait until you got there to book a room. Staying for a week and a half. Yeah, I would book a room ahead of time, book for 1 or 2 nights, and then you can kind of see if you like that street, if you like that area. That way, if you don't, you always have the option to move to another place, whether it be Niman area, switch to Old City, or Old City, switch to Niman. That would be cool. If it's your first time there, you might want to, maybe half the time stay somewhere in Old City, half the time stay somewhere in Niman area. That would be great. But yeah, book a room ahead of time so you get from the airport and take an Uber or a red truck wherever to your place, and then either switch places or extend from there. Yeah, that's what I would recommend. And she also says, thank you for the videos. They are such an inspiration. Well, thank you for following and dream. We just getting started. We just getting started. Enjoy Chiang Mai. Sin J says, what's good? When you're done traveling, where have you thought about actually settling down permanently? Or is this something you're going to do until you're super old? That is such a timely question, because just this past weekend, I had my auntie visit with 6 of her friends. And they're my parents' age. They're in their 60s. And they're more adventurous than me. They came straight to Thailand from like a 2-week trekking trip through the Himalayas in Bhutan. And it was like 6 or 5 moms. All these moms did this trek together through Bhutan, and there's like two dads with them. They went on like separate trips or whatever together, and the moms did this mom's hiking trip. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like that is such an eye-opener, such an inspiration, because to be able to do those crazy adventures at that age just makes you realize that, yeah, traveling never gets old. So to answer your question, I see myself being an expat, being a traveler, being an adventurer forever. I mean, to quote Anthony of Passport Heavy, Mr. Anthony Red Camera, he was telling me, like, after he started to get to know Jabril and people who, like, other digital nomads, you kind of realize, like, they're not going home. To quote Anthony, like, Jabril's not going home. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you get a taste of being able to live in different cities throughout the year, it's so exciting. It keeps your brain alive. I mean, it's fucking exciting. I think it's a lifestyle. And so, my auntie asked me this, or one of her friends asked me this, like, do you see yourself coming back home anytime soon? I'm like, I visit home every summer. I get to vacation to home. I go home every July, and I'll be there, like, once again this July for the 4th freaking time in a row. But as far as being based in the States for most of the year, Probably not anytime soon. I mean, unless it's going to make me the most money, which maybe it would, maybe it will, with a partnership opportunity or some work opportunity. If it makes the most money, then I would do it. But as far as yeah, anytime soon, probably not. But maybe based in the States, based in like a cool city in the States or different cities in the States for a month or a couple months throughout the year, like in the summer, I could definitely see that for sure. Like I've never been to New York. I definitely want to check that out sometime, but now we're not making that kind of money to do that. We're kind of chilling, taking it easy, taking it slow. You know, we have our whole lives to travel and explore different cities, so we're not rushing into it, I guess. We're kind of slow traveling, as they say. Sin, thanks for the question. Thank you very much. All right, let me see if I can see if any questions are coming in here on the YouTube live stream. If you're commenting right now, let me know where you're from. Happy Sunday night for people back in America. And all right, let's get back into it. Johannes says, hey Riley, how dangerous is it to actually drive around with a scooter in Southeast Asia? The traffic in Saigon looks real crazy. Is it any better in Chiang Mai? How dangerous is it? How dangerous is it? All I can say is my story is I love motorbike life. I love scooter life. In Saigon, I love it. I love it because it's crazy. It makes you feel a part of the city, right? It makes you feel more like a local rather than just another tourist. So that's why I love it. You know, it's up to you. It's up to your style. But for me, I wear a helmet. I don't drive crazy. I go slow. Don't go too fast. You know, I'm not an expert at. All right, hold on. I need to restart this screen recording thing. Yeah, it's totally up to you. Tons of foreigners, tons of tourists ride motorbikes in Chiang Mai. If you're up to it, I absolutely recommend a motorbike in Chiang Mai. I recommend a motorbike in Saigon. Now, a lot of people are afraid. Now, when for what it's worth, when me and Parker first got to Chiang Mai, we were not sure about the motorbike thing. And then like 4 months into it, we're like, all right, let's try it. And it was because Blake was visiting and we wanted to do a motorbike trip to Pai. So the first day, my first day in my life riding any type of scooter or motorbike, any type of two-wheeled motor thing. I got the motorbike. You know, it takes you 5 minutes to get used to how sensitive it is, how fast it is. And we went straight to Pai, 4-hour road trip through the mountains. And it was the most fun I've ever had in my life. Now I'm totally addicted to the two-wheel life, as they say. But Chiang Mai is definitely not as crazy, not as many motorbikes as Saigon, of course. That's infamous for the oceans of motorbikes. But I love it. Like, I have many, many videos, as you guys have seen. I'm in the middle of an ocean of motorbikes, and I'm just like in the freaking heat wave of Saigon. And I love it. It's totally fine. Don't drive too fast, and it's totally fine, all right? Johannes, I definitely recommend the scooter life. It's one of my favorite parts of being out here in Southeast Asia. I have one in Bangkok. I'm going to go. Actually, I drove it to Khao San Road the other day to meet my auntie, and I got to go pick it up today because don't drive drunk, obviously. If you're going to drive and go party, leave it there, get it the next day like I'm doing later tonight. I got to go across town to pick up my motorbike. Brian, what's goody? He says, what is the dating scene like on the road? Are you headed to Ukraine/Eastern Europe anytime soon? And what is your long-term plan? Are you going to take your Amazon profit and ever use that to form a physical business somewhere in the world? Or are you just reinvesting everything into a more passive income? I'll answer that last question first. So that's an interesting question. Are you going to invest in a physical location store? No plans to invest in a physical location store right now. Like once you start making money online and having an online store, why would you start a physical store? That's, sounds like going backwards, right? It sounds like the biggest headache ever. We have an online store because there's none of the overhead costs, like the rent and the employees and the stocking and the buying tons of inventory. So no, we are wholeheartedly online entrepreneurs, digital location independent based entrepreneurs. So, but as far as reinvesting our profit to create more online stores, more Amazon stores, more mystore.com type of stores, definitely. All of our Amazon money is basically goes right back into the business to test new products, to buy more and more inventory so we can buy more in bulk and get a bigger discount. Yeah, so that's why this year I'm trying to definitely diversify my income, as every entrepreneur is. I'm trying to diversify into more digital income, which is why I'm trying to do more activities to monetize this YouTube channel to balance out. Amazon income is up here, YouTube income is down here. It's like less than $1,000 a month right now. But as any entrepreneur does, they want to balance different streams of income. So in terms of creating different passive income streams, that's 100% the goal for any entrepreneur. Create different passive income streams. Let me know, guys, what are your passive income streams? What are you making passive income right now? And what are you working towards, different types of passive income? I'm definitely interested in so many different ways of making passive income online, but there's a lot of things that I could do, but I'm only one person. Me and Parker are only a team of two, so we only have so much time. Like, I've met dozens of different digital nomad friends who make money doing all different types of things that I know how to do and I could do if I had the time. I just don't have the time. And so that's actually why I'm trying to build a team around me, a team of other entrepreneurs, team of interns, start hiring people, as I'm actively doing right now. I have a team of interns. After I put out that last intern application video, we got tons of positive responses. That's been overwhelming and exciting. But yeah, man, passive income all day, diversifying different streams of income, having it ideally super stable. Nothing is 100% stable, but you're always going to be working and doing new things, because the online game, the online atmosphere, it always changes. There's always new stuff to do. There's always new strategies. So it's never fully you're done working. You're always going to be grinding, but if you're smart, you can create passive income to be able to, for example, take a 3-day weekend whenever you want. Take a trip to Bali whenever you want. Have total time and location freedom and financial freedom. I mean, that's all. That's what everyone wants: financial freedom, freedom of schedule, freedom of time, freedom of location. Preaching to the choir at this point. You guys already know. As it starts raining here in Bangkok, Thailand. So Max, how did you find your apartment in Bangkok? Is it easy as walking around and asking like in Chiang Mai, and is it much more expensive to say for a regular studio? Yes, for a apartment that's relatively close to the BTS, like our place is like 5-minute motorbike drive to the BTS. It's $600 per month. So yeah, if you want kind of a central location, a good location, I guess, in Bangkok, it's going to be more than Chiang Mai, probably 2 to 3 to 4 times more expensive than in Chiang Mai. But that being said, if you go further away from the BTS station into more local areas, you can find an apartment for $150, $200, $300 a month. As always, in Southeast Asia, it is what you make it. Depends where you stay. Depends what you eat and drink. It depends how often you party and where you party. So it is what you make it. You can live on a tight budget, $1,000 a month in Bangkok if you want. I wouldn't recommend that. And we spend closer to $2,500 in Bangkok after apartment, gym, motorbike, going out every weekend or every other weekends. Eating Western food a lot. We eat a lot of like $5, $6 Western like Buddha bowls, like these salad bowls, like organic food, like more expensive Western side food. So yeah. Oh yeah, and I found my apartment on Airbnb, and I rent it by monthly. So Airbnb is good. Uh, yeah. Hey Jose, what's good? Jose says, would having a telecommute job from the United States as proof of income qualify for a work visa for living in Thailand for a year? Um, Short answer, no. So a work visa means that you're working in Thailand, doing business in Thailand. Working remotely or telecommuting has nothing to do with work visa in Thailand. Um, so if you wanted to get a work visa, you would have to get a job in Thailand or get a company in Thailand that you work for, or start a company in Thailand, like teaching English or something. That would get you a work visa. But if your goal is just to stay in Thailand for a year, you can pre-apply for a 6 month, and there may even be a 9 month option. You can pre-apply for a longer tourist visa, so you don't have to do a visa run every 60 days, which is what we do. We are on the tourist visa plan, visa run plan every 60 days. You get 30 days free on arrival, and then you can go into the immigration office and pay 1,900 baht to extend that for another 30 days, which is about $55. And I actually have a video that I need to upload about that. And another question that I got recently from my auntie's friends and from a lot of people, actually someone came up to me in Starbucks last week, recognized me, and first thing she said, she was like, what's the deal with this tourist visa thing? What's the deal with the visa thing? And so yeah, I'm on a tourist visa. I like to travel. There's no rule against traveling a lot and visiting Thailand a lot. That said, do your own research. They do have the right to verify that you are a tourist. So you verify that you have money in your bank account. And I've read that it's somewhere around 20,000 baht, which is $600 in your bank account. They do have the right to ask you that as you enter Thailand. They also say that you should have proof of an exit ticket within 30 days. So do your own research. Yeah, do your own research, guys. But yeah, telecommuting job that has nothing to do with work visa. So there you go, guys. This live stream was brought to you by Living That Life's Patreon page. Go to patreon.com/livingthatlife. And if you left a comment on this YouTube video, feel free to post your comments below in the YouTube comments, and I will answer your comments in a future Patreon video. That's going to be exclusive for Patreon subscribers. You can join the Patreon community for $2 or more per month. Help a brother out. It's not so much about, $2 here, $2 there, but Patreon is about starting somewhere. You got to start somewhere. And, over the years, if I can make $1,000 per month, $2,000, $3,000 per month by having a couple thousand people paying $2 per month for behind the scenes and more interaction, then that's going to allow me to hire a full-time filmmaker and full-time editor. And yeah, it's going to allow me to start building a team, start becoming passport heavy, move that way, having a full-time traveling, filming, and editing crew, full-time social media manager. That's what we're doing. That's what we're moving towards. So I need this channel to make at least $1,000 a month to be able to hire a full-time filmmaker. That being said, I forgot to answer the question about Eastern Europe. Yes, exclusive. You heard it here first. We're planning on an Eastern Europe trip this summer. And I have an idea to invite any filmmakers that want to join us on this trip. Any YouTubers or filmmakers that want to join us. I think it would be dope. as an experiment. I'm going to put out a video on YouTube dedicated to filmmaker contest to join us this summer. Dates are to be determined. Yes, and I also forgot to mention forgot to answer the dating scene question. I'm going to answer that on Patreon exclusive. How about that? Sorry, guys. That's an exclusive question. I got to be charging for this type of information. Wow. That's tropical weather for you. It was sunny when we started this, and now it's raining. Welcome to the tropics. All right, leave your comments and questions down below, and in the YouTube comments, I will answer those sooner than later over on my Patreon page. Peace from Bangkok. Love. Enjoy your Monday. What are you guys working on? Join my Facebook group as well. Tell me what you guys are working on. What's good? Hit me up. Peace.